Europe may be one of the smallest continents on Earth, but when it comes to countries, things get surprisingly complicated. How many countries are there on the continent of Europe? Some people say 44, others say 45, and some claim there are over 50. So, who's right? How many countries are actually in Europe? Today we're breaking down the real number, including disputed nations, partially recognized states, and the countries that sit on the edge of two continents. By the end of this video, you'll know the answer most people get wrong. Let's start with the most commonly accepted answer. There are 44 countries in Europe. These are the nations that are geographically located in Europe, are internationally recognized, and have stable borders and governments. This list includes well-known countries like France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Poland, Sweden, Greece, and many smaller ones like Luxembourg, Slovenia, Estonia, and Montenegro. But here's where things get tricky. Europe is the only continent without clear natural borders. Unlike Africa or Australia, Europe blends directly into Asia. There's no ocean separating them. Instead, the boundary between Europe and Asia is based on the Ural Mountains, the Ural River, the Caspian Sea, and the Caucasus Mountains. And depending on how you interpret that border, the number of European countries changes. Some countries are considered transcontinental, meaning they exist in both Europe and Asia. Here are the big ones. Russia, the largest country in the world. It's mostly in Asia, but its capital, Moscow, is in Europe. Often counted as European, Turkey is about 97% in Asia, about 3% in Europe, and Istanbul sits on both continents. Kazakhstan is mostly Asian. A small portion lies west of the Ural River. Sometimes counted as partly European, Georgia is located in the Caucasus region. It's considered European by some organizations and Asian by others. So, depending on who you ask, Europe may have 44, 45, or even 47 countries. Now let's talk about the countries that exist, but aren't universally recognized. Kosovo declared independence in 2008. It is recognized by over 100 countries, but not recognized by Serbia or some UN members. Northern Cyprus is recognized only by Turkey. It is considered part of Cyprus by most of the world. Transnistria is a breakaway region of Moldova. It has its own government and currency, but is not officially recognized. If you include these regions, the number of countries in Europe increases again. Here's another major point of confusion. Europe is not the same as the European Union. The European Union currently has 27 member countries. But many European countries are not in the EU, including United Kingdom, Norway, Switzerland, Serbia, Albania, and Ukraine. So if someone says Europe has 27 countries, they're actually talking about the EU, not the continent. Let's break it down clearly. How many countries are actually on the European continent? 44 countries is the most commonly accepted number. 45 out of 47 countries, if you include transcontinental nations. Over 50 if you include disputed and partially recognized states. The most accurate answer is Europe has 44 countries. But the number depends on how you define a country. Europe may be small in size, but it's one of the most complex continents in the world. Borders shift, politics change, and history continues to shape geography, which makes this question far more interesting than it seems. Now it's your turn. How many countries did you think Europe had before watching this video? Drop your answer in the comments. Like the video if you learned something new, subscribe for more random facts, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because the world is full of surprises, and we're just getting started.